What's up, it's the Coaster Craze, and today I'll be ranking my top 10 most anticipated new for 2019 coasters.
Before I start, I would like to add that all coasters on this list have enough information for me to make a general consensus about them. So I'm sure there are other great coasters coming out next year that just don't have much information available. Additionally, I would like to say that all honorable mentions will be in the description below. So this is just going to be a top 10 video. So without further ado, let's get right into it with my number 10 pick,
Which is a yet-to-be-named Eurofighter coming to the American Dream Meadowlands in New Jersey. That's opening up next year. So we know it's going to have the same layout as Takabisha, just with a slightly steeper drop. This will actually be the steepest in the world. And that's really awesome. It's a great length coaster with tons of inversions and a launch and a vertical lift. So there's a lot of elements here. It looks like it'll be pretty smooth. It's going to pack in a lot during the ride, and overall just looks like a really fun and intense ride experience. I can't wait to ride it next year as I go to New Jersey a lot, which is where I took these construction pics back in April. At number 9, I have the Premier Rides Mobius Loop Launch Coaster, West Coast Racers, coming to Six Flags Magic Mountain. So this coaster isn't the best fit for the park, but it still is an excellent coaster and totally deserves to be on this list. It doesn't have the fastest top speed or anything like that, and it doesn't have a huge height, but it delivers a long ride with a ton of elements, starting off that high five, inversions, kind of a little bit twisted classes like, but it has a lot of airtime hills, launches, like full throttle, and just a lot of inversions too. It's a great creation from Premier Rides. It's super original. I love the bank turns and stuff. I feel like it really fits with the theme of like urban street racers in LA, and it'll be an awesome new theme ride. And halfway through the course, like right here, there's that pit stop. So they're always going to be dueling, which I think is a brilliant idea to add theming and make it so they're always dueling. Overall, it looks like a really cool concept for a coaster, and I think it'll definitely be one of the best of the year. Keeping on the launch coaster trend, I have Copperhead Strike coming to Carowinds, the Mack Rides launch coaster, as my number 8 pick. So I really think the merit with this coaster is the originality and the length. So starting off with the JoJo roll is really awesome. He's the only other coaster in America that does this is Hydra. That's a very different coaster, and also, I love it. That might be my favorite version I've ever been on. I love the sense of theming, too, and I think this coaster really just does a great job, like Cedar Fair is recently doing great with theming. I think that's awesome. And then, this launch isn't the most powerful. Mac launches are never like that, but it's still going to be a fun ride, and look, it'll deliver a lot of hang time because of its not super high speed of only 50 miles per hour. I do wish it was a bit faster, because as you get to the end of the ride, it seems, based on the animation, that becomes a little sluggish, but there's still, like, a ton of airtime moments, and, like, good ejector, plus, like, a good, like, 5 inversions that all seem very nice, especially that one right there with that insane hang time. So overall, this coaster's not going to be the most thrilling of 2019, but it's going to deliver a great long ride that'll be unique and will definitely be a great fit for Carowinds. At the 7th spot, I have the biggest B&M wind coaster in the world coming to wuxi, Wanda City in China. And this coaster's been delayed a couple times, but as you see in the construction pics, they're coming along pretty far. You can see there's some awesome rock work, and it's an insane length and height. It's nearly 200 feet, 73 miles per hour. So you may wonder, like, what's the long length about if there's only 4 inversions? It's because there's, like, airtime hills and all these banks. It feels like it's mixing a B&M Hyper with a wind coaster. It's very spread out. It looks super graceful, re-rideable, smooth. It'll be excellent. And if you look at this picture here, you can see how massive the elements are. This is really going to be a new breed of wind coaster, and I think it could be the best wind coaster in the world and easily one of the best new for 2019 coasters. Music Roller Coaster is another B&M coming to China, and this one, it's a B&M Hyper, but there's not much revealed about it besides that there's going to be a splash effect. It's coming to Happy Valley. Unfortunately, it's been delayed a little bit, and you can see the construction is not very far ahead, because these pictures are from late October, but hopefully they get this thing going, because I'm sure it'll be an excellent ride. B&M Hypers are always great coasters. As opposed to Music Roller Coaster, this Chinese B&M Hyper Coaster actually has it all built, so you can see the amazing layout here, and look how just long it is. Based on the layout alone, even though there's no stats, I think it might be the best B&M Hyper Coaster. It looks like it has an insanely steep drop, it has tons of airtime moments, has some unique turnarounds, and it has this cool whole like bank section during like the second half of the ride where there's all these hedge hoppers with this bridge. Overall, I think it's a very unique hypercoaster layout, and I think it's going to be one of the best hypercoasters in the world. At number 4, I have Untamed, the RMC iBox treatment of the Robin Hood wind coaster that was at Walibi Holland. There's not much known about this, but We know it's an RMC iBox conversion, so it's probably going to be an amazing ride. The layout looks like it lends itself to really good RMC, plus we already know that the RMC is going to be 15 feet taller than the original, so it's sure to be a wild ride, and I'm sure when the layout's released, this might even go higher up on the list. Taiga at this park in Finland I cannot pronounce is coming in at number 3, and this looks like an insane Intamin Blitz coaster. It packs in a ton of elements, impressive length, height, and speed, and look how compact it is with the other rides. It's insane. There's only one image of it, and no construction images online I could find, so that's why I'm showing Cheetah Hunt, which is the only Intamin Blitz I've ridden. It's an excellent ride, and I think Taiga is going to be even better. It looks like one of the best blitzes created so far, just because of the sheer amount of elements, the length, and like it's just really intense with how compact it is, and how fast it is in that compact space. Ranking it at number 2, I have the wacky SNS multi-looper coming to Kennywood, Steel Curtain. Steel Curtain, I think, is definitely the best new for 2019 coaster in America, and it's just insanely unique. When it was first announced, it just blew everybody away. So surprising, like, look at this structure. It's so weird looking, but it looks absolutely massive and so intimidating. I mean, even the theme is weird, part of a Steelers themed area. Like, what coaster is themed to a sports theme? So everything about this coaster is unique and different, and I love that. It's got a great length, 4,000 feet. It's really long, but the craziest thing is that it's a record breaker for the United States, the most inversions on a coaster here, 9. Also, it has the highest inversion in the world right there. Just crazy how high up you are. This is over 200 feet. Hopefully this thing has lap bars, but there's also a decent number of airtime moments throughout the ride. It just packs in so many elements, and I think that's insane. SNS really blew me away with this creation. I'm not just trying to do a cookie cut coaster, but something really special. And I think it's just great. Like, the US has had 7 versions. That's the highest number for a while on the coaster. Finally, we're getting one with more. It has great use of terrain going over the lake with the 0G stall, and overall it just looks like it delivers an intense ride too. Like, as you get to the second half where it's not as high up, just a lot of closely banked turns, and overall looks like a really just rapid fire coaster that never lets up until the brake run. Number 1 is Hakugei, the RMC iBox redo of White Cyclone, the former Intamin 1 coaster at Nagashima Spine. This coaster is massive, and they're increasing the height like a lot. It's going to be massive RMC, really steep drop. It's going to be super fast. It's going to be excellent. It's going to be massive too. Over 5,000 feet of track, so it's going to be the longest coaster opening next year, and I think it'll be amazing. There's no official layout released, and there's no like inversions number, but I'm sure there's gonna be a ton of inversions, great airtime moments. RMC has a tremendous track record, and I think this will easily be one of the best RMCs. So thank you for watching my ranking. Comment down below what you think are the most anticipated coasters of 2019. See you guys later from the Coaster Craze. Bye.